What's the most obvious hint you dropped and other person still didn't get it?
It was the last day of the year during high school. I straight up asked a friend if she wanted to plan to go out sometime during the summer. She declined. Like a year later, she asked why we never dated. And I pointed out that I asked her out and she shot me down. She thought I was only talking about like a movie or something.
The night I was trying to get with my husband, I straight up asked him if we should kiss. He said yes and then lifted his hat. It was a costume party to hide our faces so we could pretend to kiss. I thought that was it. He clearly wasn't interested. It turned out he thought I was kidding, so he decided to go with the joke. I got my kiss a few hours later and we've been together for 16 years now.
Not me, but a mate of mine. We were at a party, drinking, doing stupid things. One of the girls at the party went up to my mate and said, "And tired, is there a bed I can sleep in?" He responds, "Sure." She says, "But I hate sleeping alone." Another mate and myself ended up telling him he should join her. He did end up joining her. He is still with her, 23 years later. We still give him about that night on occasions.
I'm gonna take a shower. Do you want to join me? No, you go ahead.
Reverse. I missed the hint. I was like 13 or 14. Had been riding bikes with a guy I had a huge crush on. We stopped for a drink of water and were walking our bikes through a park. He looked at me and said, "So, I've never kissed a girl." I went, "Haha, I've never kissed a girl either." Woman face bombing.
Other way around. She asked me if I wanted to crash at her place. I rejected politely, being the gentleman I am. A few years passed by, lots of traveling involving, and we caught up over a coffee when she told me, "Remember that night when we were 18? Yeah, I didn't mean for you to just sleep at my place." Me dum-dum.
I'll answer for my partner, since he's not on Reddit. We'd known each other for years and I thought he was awesome. But he was in ALTR. So I put any thoughts of anything happening out of my head. After a year, we saw each other at a mutual friend's house. I learned that he and his so had broken up 6 months prior. We had an awesome night hanging out. It was a house party in the middle of nowhere, and we both ended up spending the night, him on the couch, me in the spare room. The next morning, he asked if I wanted to go back to his place for lunch. I had to work, and thought it was a mate's date, so I declined. I got back home. He messaged to make sure I was home safe. He sent me a bunch of messages over the next 4 or 5 days. Finally, I had a moment of wait. Is he flirting with me? I worked up some Dutch courage and asked if he wanted to grab a beer. 9 years later, he still teases me about how hard I made him work, when actually, I was just oblivious.